Impossible. We followed you through the sewer system. You didn't have time to drive to the cliffs and kill her.
Then it was the great unknown?
I doubt that we don't know him. It must be someone who knows about all the incidents in the castle and knows about the Order. One of us.
Who?
If I knew, then he would already be regretting what he has done. Angelina was a good child. She had recovered, just like you had. We should have just taken her away from here forever.
And what happens to me now?
You have to get away from here, as far as you possibly can. We don't know who killed Angelina. They could also be after you.
You mean after my blood?
That's why we have to get you out of here and organize a new identity for you. And secondly, you have to leave here under your own will. This castle, this whole area isn't good for you. I'm afraid that you would change again if you stayed any longer. You'll hallucinate and maybe one day do things you don't want to.
You mean I'll see things that aren't there at all?
I don't know. I only know that it made your father capable of butchering a 12-year-old boy.
All right then. I'll go. Mom? Will we see each other again?
Talk to Bates. He'll arrange plane tickets for you. You fly to Florida. We'll see each other there again in a few weeks. It's all too much. I know. But one day you'll understand. We'll talk about it, and I'll explain it all as well as I can. Goodbye, son.
So, you know now, Master Adrian.
Yes. Why didn't you say anything?
When I heard your accent, I thought it might be you, Master Adrian. But I only knew you as a child, and from what your adoptive mother said, I was only sure once you showed me the photograph of Miss Angelina.
You knew she was dead?
Yes. Her ladyship and I drove to the scene early this morning. Our source in the police informed us.
Why all the smoke and mirrors? Why didn't you just tell me what I needed to know?
We didn't know how you'd react. I went to the village a short while ago to inform Miss Valley and the others, but I couldn't find anyone. Lady Victoria thought it would be best to keep you occupied and keep an eye on you until... yes, until reinforcements arrived.
That won't be necessary. I'll go of my own will.
I'm glad to hear that. Ask Lewis for the tickets. Sally should instruct him to collect the tickets from a travel agency in the next town.
Thank you, Bates. Where are the ladies?
They've retired. The last few days were very stressful for them.
You know, there must still be an unknown antagonist.
Yes, I believe someone was working with Miss Angelina.
Someone from the castle?
Or from the village. At least someone who really knows their way around.
And ultimately cleared their partner out of the way. Hey, Lewis.
What is it now?
Are you back already?
What are you talking about?
Bates said he'd sent Sally to you, so you drive her to the travel agent.
Why a travel agent? If he's thrown her out, it would be just as easy to put her on a train.
You mean Sally wasn't here?
I haven't seen her since this morning.
What's going on? Is he lying? Or Sally? Or is it Bates? Are one of those three the murderer? Only one of them has left the ground since I got here. Well, see you later.
Not if I see you first.
My God, Sally! She's dead. Oh, come on. Think, Darren. Bates may have well told her to sort out the tickets. The unknown antagonist then murdered her before she could reach Lewis. That means all three of them could be innocent. Or better yet, anyone in the castle could still be after me. Yeah, well, apart from Sally. She's the second young woman that was getting in someone's way. Her face is completely swollen. It looks as though she's been scalded. Oh, disgusting. Some bastard forced her face under the water. She either drowned or she died of shock. Is she pointing to something? What could she have been pointing to? Was something reflected there? I don't understand it. Is she pointing to something? What could she have been pointing to? The window's open, but no one could have climbed in here. It'd be quite difficult to climb up the facade. The window is closed. The water is boiling hot. The water is boiling hot. Is she pointing to something? What could she have been? There really is something written on the tiles. A B. Like Bates. That must mean that Bates isn't the murderer. I mean, how could Sally have written a B on the tiles? And when? As her head was being held underwater and she was frantically fighting for her life? Or after the shock caused her untimely death? I'm not gonna make it that easy for you. You're gonna have to be a bit more creative to throw me off the scent. Bates is the one I can trust the most. It seems the murderer wanted to keep me away from him. I have to talk to Bates. The killer wanted me to suspect the butler, but his misguided message only achieved the opposite. castle is burning. I can't get out that way without protection. I'd be engulfed in the flames. Okay, think, Darren. Towels. Some of them are huge. I'll take one of the very big ones.